What's going on, YouTube? Gotta do a assist feeding on this snake. She hasn't really been eating all that much, so well, at least not on her own, so I'm gonna help her out a little bit here. You see she's kind of skinny. Get a little bit of weight put back on her. I've had to do this a few times already, so with other ones. So, this one's a little bigger mouse than I'd actually like to use, but we'll see. They're gonna try to squirm on you, but sometimes, see, I kind of got snagged on the tooth. It's kind of hard to get in there. Sometimes you got to flip them upside down, the mouse or the rat, whatever you're feeding. This one doesn't want to work. There you go. See? There we go. So it looks like she's gonna get it. I didn't really have to stick it that far in. Sometimes you do, but to get him to eat. But it seems like she wrapped around it, so super stoked on that. It's a pretty good sized mouse too, so it'll help put that weight on. The ones I got before, because she was smaller, I got her like some pinkies. It helped out. It's what she needed. I couldn't go with anything bigger. But now it's time to get a bigger size for her so she can get that weight that she needs and hopefully have enough energy to eat on her own. But yeah, luckily, like I said, this one, I didn't have to put it too far in the mouth. She actually was able to grab onto it herself. So I'm thinking maybe this next time, maybe she'll go ahead and eat and won't have to assist feed her, but we'll see how that goes. Like, you could put water. Sometimes what I do is if you have little problems getting the mouse or rat, whatever you're feeding them, if you have problems getting it in there, sometimes you can put a little water, but I'd only do that like on the tip of the head, the nose or something. If you don't really want to get the whole mouse or rat wet that way. Like if you go to put it in there, you're gonna have issues with it sliding and everything, so might end up having your finger end up going inside its tooth or something. I've noticed though, sometimes after I like assist feeding this one, it takes them a few minutes to start chewing down and going for it. Got a couple others too that I got to assist feed. Most of my clutches, the first clutch did good, didn't have no issues with it. The second clutch, there was like 3 or 4 that gave me an issue, and now I'm down to just a couple that I'm still assist feeding. So, but the main thing is that this snake is still alive. If it was out in the wild, this snake would have already been picked off. One, it's white, that's going to be real noticeable to its predators, but so it wouldn't have even made it that long. But especially with it not eating, it's definitely not going to have a chance. This thing would have died a few months ago, so luckily it's still going now. I was hoping that she would have started eating it a little sooner so you guys could have seen it, but I'll probably give her another minute and kind of see how she does. Sure, it's kind of hard though too when you don't have much energy and everything in your body, lack of food, so probably took a little bit out. That assist feeding, something you really don't want to do unless you have to. Once the snakes start dropping weight and they're not eating, that's a good time to sit there and do it. I'd say probably, especially with with the older ones, you really don't have to do it, but with a baby, with a clutch, usually, most of the time they're even good, but if you do have to do it, it's usually as a baby. Once they get going and eating on their own, you don't have to worry about that anymore, but and there she goes, starting to chew. So it looks like a success for me. It's a win in my book. All right, well, thanks a lot, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.